Hey, it's Mike with Fleetwood RV. Today we're back to take a look at another Frontier GTX floor plan. This is the 39TA, and if you've not seen the other floor plan in the GTX lineup, make sure you watch this video up here, and that'll be a link to the 37RT. If you're the customer that likes to travel a lot and they use their motorhome all closed up, this might be the motorhome for you. There's a ton of living room space when this unit's still closed up in travel mode. It's a bath and a half unit and has a north to south facing bed. So here's the 39TA. This particular unit is the Bandit exterior graphic. We do have 3 other exterior graphics, and one's going to be Wichita, Spring Creek, and Explore. Again, all of those paint options, you still get to take advantage of the no Luan backer on the back side of this fiberglass. What's that mean to you? You guys don't have to worry about D-lams due to a swelling substrate and it's separating from the fiberglass skin. Underneath is all high density bead foam, wicks moisture away. You don't have to worry about moisture, mold, and all that growing inside your sidewalls. Every diesel motorhome we make comes with a super clear. Basically, we clear this, about 3 coats of clear, we sand it down, and then we put about 3 more coats of clear on it. What that's doing is going to eliminate all these paint lines, plus it increases your UV protection. That's going to keep this unit looking brand new for many, many years. Let's start up front. We'll take a look at some of the features as we move back. So first I want to point out the mirrors. All of our mirrors are mounted up high with the cameras incorporated in them. They are power and they are heated as well. But with the cameras way up there, that's going to make sure you have a nice clean view of what's beside you. Some of the other manufacturers put them down below. The problem with that is they get loaded up with road grime. When you're traveling down the road grime comes up on the lens and it really blocks the view of what you have beside you. With the Frontier GTX, we also have 3 steps. This unit sets up a little higher since it's on an XCR chassis, which gives us a ton of storage in the basement. So we added a 3-step entry step. Lets access into the unit a lot better. All Frontiers and Frontier GTXs are built on the Freedom Sport foundation. When we designed that foundation, we had strength and storage in mind. So we achieved both of those. And with the strength and storage, it gives us these large bays. As you can see how tall the storage is there. It has all Citadel FRP on the bottom, so that way you don't have to worry about stains from citronella or rust from rivets on your lawn chairs affecting the bottom. And then with the strength in mind, we have very little twist in our chassis, which allows us to put a nice porcelain tile floor in here. Plus, it allowed us to eliminate this vertical bar. That gives us a ton of storage for those large and bulky items. We have a nice slide out tray that can be accessed from either side of the unit. There's our 2-piece ladder. And we have this nice pull-out tray that can be accessed from either side, making those large, bulky items a lot easier to get to. Directly above that large storage bay, we have our exterior TV. This is a Samsung TV, and it is on a swivel. So no matter where we're sitting underneath this large patio, you're going to have the best view of the TV, and we have a sound bar that's incorporated behind it. And I would like to point out on this, as you can see, there's no slide out on this side. This is a double slide unit, but they're both on the driver's side of the unit, which makes it nice. So when this patio runs out, you don't have to worry about slide out boxes. First of all, you're running into, you don't have to worry about that slide out box taking up any of your patio space. So that's a nice feature there. This luggage compartment here is an addition of that large bay that we just looked at. Then in the next compartment, we have some electrical components. Now it is optional to get a central vac system, and if you do get that option, it'll be mounted right here. This is our transfer switch. So basically we have 2 cables coming in and 1 coming out. And what that's doing is picking which power source you want your motorhome to be powered by, whether it be a generator or a shore cord. Coming back a little further, we have V-Ride. That's an FCCC option that's built on all of our diesels. And what that's doing is stabilizing your unit. So whenever you back out of uneven driveways, let's say, you don't have to worry about your unit going back and forth, and it helps hug the road more. So when you're going around curves at speed, it doesn't drift and push you outside your lane. And if you want to see an in-depth video on that, I did one with one of the FCCC reps, and we'll link that video right up here. We'll come back a little bit further. We have more electrical components. So we have our solar controller. This is a 30 amp MPPT solar charger. We have our slide out disconnect right here, and we have our inverter disconnect right here. We have a 2000 watt pure sine wave inverter. With that being a pure sine wave inverter, you know all of your interior components are safe. Our last compartment on the driver's side, we have some storage, and we have our hydraulic reservoir and pump for our 4-point automatic leveling system. We'll swing around to the back. Again, nice aggressive full fiberglass rear cap. We have a 2-piece ladder, and right here is underneath this engine gate is where we access all of our fluids. So a lot of your routine maintenance is done right here. Again, if you want to see a good video I did with the FCCC rep on how to maintain your diesel motorhome and what that maintenance schedule looks like, right here will be a good video for you to watch that'll explain all of that. This is a 360 horsepower engine. So with the standard Frontier, we have a 340. When we go to the GTX, we jump up to a 360, and we pair that with a 3000 series Allison transmission. So basically, what's that mean to you? No matter how much cargo you put in this motorhome, as long as you're staying under your OCCC, you can still pull a full 10,000 pounds with this hitch that is rated for 10,000 pounds. Right here we have our 7-point connection for your tow vehicle, and we have our brake sync. So with the brake sync, this is a standalone system. It supplies all the air for your tow vehicle. So the day you pick up your Frontier GTX from the dealership, it's already prepped for braking on your tow vehicle. Another part of the brake sync is this lanyard right here. We currently have it zip tied up from the factory, but every time you're back here, you hook up your unit, go ahead and pull this. And what that's going to do is release all of the moisture, if anything builds up, in your standalone tank for your brake sync. Moving over to the driver's side of the unit, first we have our intake way up high, so it's going to make sure it gives you clean air for your motor. And then inside the first compartment, we have 4 house batteries. These are 6-volt house batteries. They're wired in series and parallel, so that way it grows that battery bank. We have our air cleaner. Now that whole canister gets changed. There's no element inside of it. The whole canister gets changed. And then that brake sync or tank that we talked about over there is located right there. And then there's the lanyard that we were going to pull on the back side of the hitch. Coming up to the next compartment, we have 2 more batteries. Now these are not your house batteries. These are going to be your chassis batteries. So if you need to charge or jump your unit, you'd come to these ones. Those are both 12-volt batteries. Directly below that, we have our 50 amp power cord reel, and that is electric. There's a hole in the bottom so you can keep this locked up and it can still be plugged in. Then we have our DEF tank. It's a 13-gallon DEF tank, and it's using about 2.5% of your diesel consumption. So if we have a 100-gallon fuel tank, if we do the math real quick, you're going to fill up about every 5.5 times. You fill up your fuel, you'll fill up your DEF tank. Coming up to the tires reminds me, all of your 2023s come with tire pressure monitoring system. So we have a module up front by the rear axle that'll do the front 2 tires. And then back here, we have another module mounted that does the rear tires. Plus, this one's programmed to pick up a tow vehicle as well. But with this tire pressure monitoring system that we get from FCCC, it has bands that are put inside the tires. So not only does it do pressure, it also does temperature. And really, temperature is very important because when a tire fails, the first sign is going to be the temperature typically rises before it starts losing pressure. So for example, let's say you're traveling down the road and it's showing all your tires are running about 150 degrees. Let's say you see 3 that are at 150 and you see 1 that's at 200, 190, then that's going to be the tire that's going to give you issues. So it's very important to see that temperature as well as pressure. Coming up to the next compartment, we have our washdown bay. Here's where you'll come winterize your unit. Here's where you'll come drain your tanks. And speaking of tanks, if you look down below here, we can see the Fleetwood exclusive wedge tanks. And basically what that is, if we see our black tank only has about 4 or 5 inches of bottom surface, which is very good. What that's doing is it's going to eliminate all mounding. It doesn't allow a spot for all the solids to collect and get hard and then give you false readings on your sensors. So with a 5-inch base tilted toward the drain, it's going to make sure all of your tanks drain very nicely, stop sloshing around, and our external sensors will make sure you get a nice true reading all the time. Our knife valves for our black tank, gray tank, and then our drain. Our drain's on a swivel as well, and again a hole in the bottom so this can all be locked up. This is a 100-gallon fresh tank, and right here's our drain for that. Here's our gravity fill for that 100-gallon fresh tank, and then we have a whole house filter as well. So we recommend that this be changed about every 8,000 gallons, and that's going to make sure you're always getting a nice clean water into your unit. Water pump switch is right here, so if you need to use your exterior shower, we have our water pump switch. It's a great spot to come and spray off the pet's feet or whatever you want to do. Clean up the camping tools, equipment, it can all be done here. And then if you do need 110 hookups, we have power right there. Coming up to the next bay is storage. We've seen this on the other side. All 3 of these compartments are one large compartment. And here's that slide tray that's accessible from both sides. We'll go up to this compartment, and this is our AquaHot 400D. So the 400D comes in the GTX, and then the 250D comes in the standard Frontier, which both of them are great units. But with the GTX, we're going up to 37 and 39 foot floor plans. So the larger the floor plan, the bigger the AquaHot we need to do. So very easy to maintain too. You got a fuel nozzle, a fuel filter, and then your fluid that you got in your expansion tank. Very nice system. It's going to do all of your interior heat. But the good thing about your interior heat is it doesn't pull any humidity out of the air like a propane furnace would do. So nice, comfortable heat. It's very even, and plus it's going to do your hot water. So you can take those long showers. You don't have to pound on the door and tell the significant other to hurry up because you don't feel like you're going to get any hot water. Go ahead and let them take their time, and then you can do the same when it's your turn. We have dual fuel fills, 55-degree wheel cut on the front. These things turn pretty nicely. Front bay here, we have our windshield wiper fluid, Freightliner control module, and then right up top, we have 2 air chucks. One is to put air into the system, and one is to get air. Why would you want to put air into your system? Well, if you think about it, we have air brakes, right? So if there's no air in your system, that means your brakes are applied. So if you ever needed to tow this unit or anything like that, and there's no air in your system, the brakes are locked up, you can't get it to move. So the only thing you'll do is get the air chuck, plug it into there, we'll put air into your system, release your brakes, and then you're free to move this unit as you want. And then the other one is just good for spraying out your compartments, filling up the kids' toys, whatever you need to do. Right here is your AquaHot exhaust, and then this one's your generator exhaust. And if we move around to the front, the 8,000 watt generator is on a slide. So right here's a metal reinforced handle. Don't grab under here because we're pulling on fiberglass. But if you grab right here, it's all metal. You slide it out and you have access to your 8,000 watt Cummins generator. So that's the exterior of the Frontier GTX. This is the 39TA. Let's jump inside and look at some of those features. So here's the 39TA that's all closed up in travel mode. As you can see, there's a lot of room in this living area while it's still closed up. Plenty of room to sit back and watch TV. Dinette is fully accessible. Move on back, the refrigerator. This door opens up all the way with a lot of room to spare. Coming back into the bathroom, you can see the door opens inward, so a ton of room there as well. And then if you want to access the bedroom, we have pocket doors. You go through the bathroom to do that, and there is the full bed. and it's down all the way, so you can take a nap. This does not have to be up, but it is an articulating bed, so if you want to set up, you can, but it doesn't have to be up like a lot of them do while it's in travel mode. So as you can see, getting to all your important amenities in the 39TA, no issues at all. Let's open this unit up and see what it's like in camping mode. So here it is all opened up. As you can see, there is a ton of room in the living area and in the kitchen when this unit gets opened up. This exterior or interior decor is the reflection interior decor, and we do have a couple others as well. And we have it paired with the winter fog white painted wood that has the gray inlays in it. There are 3 other cabinetry options, and one of those is going to be Greystone, Heritage, which is going to be a full white painted wood, and we also have English Chestnut, which is that wood grain pattern. It's a neutral color, not too dark, not too light, that happy medium. So let's start up front. We'll work our way back and look at some of these interior features. So as we go through the features in the cockpit here, you're going to notice we focus on safety a lot. So one of the options that we get from FCCC is the Drive Tech steering wheel, and that incorporates all of your controls right here on the stock. So whenever you go to shift this unit, you just turn the dial forward to go forward, backwards to go backwards. It has a VGT brake on it, which is a variable geometry turbo brake, and that's accessible by just flipping the dial up and down. So whenever it's on, it's down, and it'll say high on your dash. When it's off, there will just be no reading at all. So everything's accessible while you're watching the road. And then our OptiView digital dash, that is a Freightliner custom chassis option as well. And that was pulled out of an S-Class Mercedes. So it's kind of a neat feature there. And that is customizable too to display the gauges that you feel is important to you. Another safety aspect is our mobile eye. So that's going to take care of all of our, it's kind of our eyes in the sky. What it's going to do is alert us if we start to leave our lane. It's going to alert us if there's a pedestrian walking in front of us. It's going to alert us for speed zones, and as well as collision mitigation. It's going to give us up to a 3-second warning before impact, and that's all relative to speed. So what I like about the mobile eye is it's programmable to how you feel comfortable driving. So if this thing's just beeping all the time, what are you going to do? You're going to turn it down, right? Because it's annoying. So you can set this to alert you when you're doing, let's say 10 mile an hour over the speed limit. So it's not always going off. Or you can set this to 2.5 seconds before impact instead of 3. However you feel comfortable driving, you can program that there. And another safety feature I want to go over real quick is the dual monitors. So with dual monitors, as you can see, we have all of our navigation on the left, and we have all of our cameras on the right. So when you're going through those areas where there's a lot of ramps that looks like a big bowl of spaghetti just going everywhere, you can actually see that blue line so you know which ramp to get off on. Plus, you can see your cameras, so you know everything that you have beside you. If you had one monitor, which some of the manufacturers do, at that crucial time, you would have to decide which one's more important to you. We have our auxiliary start. So if you wake up, you go to pack up camp and leave, and your coach won't start. First thing you can do is hold this auxiliary start button down, and that's going to take the power from those 4 house batteries that we looked at in the back, transfer those into your starting batteries, and now you can start your unit. Now this is not on a locked switch, so it's on a rocker switch. You got to push it down and hold it. If you just press it and let it up, it's not going to work. We have our generator switch here, as well as there's multiple generator switches throughout the unit, and we have our keyless entry located there as well. We'll jump up top here. The doors slide sideways, that way they're accessible when the bunk's up. And we just have our Wii Boost, which is going to boost your cell phone signal, and King satellite controls, and our TV lockout that locks out this TV whenever you're driving. On this side, we have our Wi-Fi Ranger. So that's going to, the standard Wi-Fi Ranger, first of all, is going to boost any existing signal. So if you're at the back of the campground, the Wi-Fi signal is coming from the office up front and you can't get it, this is going to boost that signal and make it accessible for you at the rear of the campground. Now, if you get the connectivity package, this is going to upgrade that to the Sky 4 Pro. And what that's going to do is allow you to get the option to buy an LTE package. So you'll get a SIM card from wherever, Verizon, AT&T, wherever you choose, and it will go up on the roof. You put the SIM card in there, and then basically you'll have a data package just like your cell phone. You'll have that for your motorhome. This one here is our module for the Vega Touch, and if this is the Eclipse module with that connectivity package, you're going to be able to access this motorhome from anywhere in the world as long as you have a Wi-Fi connection. Coming up top right here, we have our drop-down bunk. This is a 500-pound capacity, and the thickness of this bunk is due to the teak slats that we have in it. So basically there's box springs is what it's acting as to make this a very comfortable sleeping option. Coming back into the living area, we'll start with the adaptable table. Now this is a Fleetwood exclusive. We have the patent on this. So first, it's a nice little sitting area, workstation while you're traveling down the road. And if you remember when we looked at this before, when the unit was closed up, it's very accessible. Then you pull these levers, pull the table out, you can turn it, and now it's time for dinner. You have seating for 4. We have 2 more chairs that match this in the rear wardrobe, so that way you can seat 4 comfortably. Then dinner's over, you can put it back, and now you have a big, huge living area here as well. We have storage up top. They are on adjustable shelves, all ozite lined. It cuts down the noise that's coming from your cabinets, adds some grip, and plus it just gives a nice finished look. And again, we have more storage down below as well. Right across from that, we have our standard seating, and this does fold out into another sleeping position. And we do have the option to do theater seating here as well if that's something you're interested in. Right up top, we have a lot of overhead storage and just our light button there. TV hangs over top with a sound bar and a lot of storage behind it. This right here is our HDMI matrix box, so we can hook one DVD player up to this, and then we can pick which TVs we want it to display on. So you don't have to have 4 DVD players, you only hook one up to here, you can display it on all TVs. Coming back into the kitchen now. As you can see in this kitchen, there's a ton of doors and drawers. A lot of storage in the kitchen here. I love the contrasting glass panels that's inlaid in the cabinet doors, and plus the backsplash. All the way around, has a nice layout, so it gives you that triangle shape that most kitchens desire. We have an induction cooktop, we have a convection microwave, and then we have a farm style sink. A bunch of storage underneath, the nice little pull out. Your larger pans can go in here. And then if you have any real large items or a trash can, there's a great option for that right there. And there's a trash can in this one. Directly across, we have an LG refrigerator. Nice full residential size. And then down below is our freezer, and we do have an ice maker that's built in. We'll work our way back to the mid-bath, and before we do that, you're going to pass by these 2 large windows. That lets a ton of ambient light into your motorhome, plus gives you a full-length view of some of those scenic places that we go. Right here is our Firefly multiplex. New for 2023, we can now control all of our slide outs from our multiplex. This is a great centralized location where you can come and control 90% of the features in your motorhome can be done from here. Not only can it be done from here, we can also do it from anywhere in the world via our mobile app when we pair it up to our multiplex. Coming into the bathroom, we have a nice full-size shower, solid surface countertops, all black hardware in the GTXs. Nice medicine cabinet up above, and porcelain toilets. No ABS in any of our motorhomes at all. And some nice storage up above here. Now let's look at what makes the 39TA a 39TA, and that's this amazing bedroom. So we have a north and south bed. This bed here is articulating. So we can run it up, nice place to set, watch TV. And again, this does not have to be up in order for you to travel down the road. So this is fully functional while you're traveling. So not only does this go up, you're probably wondering where the TV is. And we have that built into the ceiling. So you press the button here with the remote, you drop the TV down, and now we have a great spot to set and watch a movie. Let's go over some of the storage that's incorporated in the bedroom on the 39TA. We have 14 doors and drawers just in this bedroom alone. There is plenty of room to put all of your bedroom supplies. Nice little bank of storage up top. We have speakers built in underneath. Nice little built-in shelves right there as well. And on this side, we do have a nightstand. And another neat feature right here is a camera selector. And what that does is display all the exterior cameras, the ones that's in our mirrors, the one that's on our backup camera. It'll display that on our TV. So if you hear a bump in the night, there's no need to go outside and check it out. You can literally press this button and go around your whole motorhome. So that's a pretty neat feature. And we have another one of those Firefly multiplex panels right here. This is a 5-inch panel and it can control most of the features in your motorhome. On the other side of the bed here shows another large storage area. Here's going to be our hanging wardrobe. Now these are the exact same on each side. So we have a hanging wardrobe here and a nice finished out section here for shoes. And again, the other side has the exact same thing. And then each side has 4 doors and drawers, or drawers here. So now we covered the storage, the sleeping arrangements, the TV in the bedroom. Let's go into the rear bathroom. We have a stackable washer and dryer, but these doors are pretty cool as well. After you open them, you can slide them in. So that way they're not in the way and you can still do all of your laundry. Right here is some solid surface countertops. We have a nice bowl that's mounted above the sink with black hardware. It gives it a nice look. A medicine cabinet up above. And then again, another 5 drawers for storage right here. And the toilet is in its own separate room. So that does add a little more privacy as well. And there's storage in there. And as we move out of the rear bathroom, one thing I want to point out is the flat floor. Both Frontier GTXs has a full flat floor. There's no step up over that engine compartment. And a lot of that's due to that XCR chassis that we're built upon on the Frontier GTX. And that's going to be the 39TA and the 37RT. Both are going to have that. And if you've not seen the video on the 37RT, make sure you watch this video right here. And we do a full walk around video on that. So the MSRP on the 39TA is $415,000. Again, that's MSRP, probably not what you're going to pay. So make sure you call your local Fleetwood dealer and let them know you're interested and find out what the best deal they can get you is. And if you like these videos, make sure you hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to our YouTube channel. This is the beginning of model year 2023. There'll be many more walk around videos to come. Use that comment section below. Let us know what you think. Which one's your favorite floor plan? Is it the 39TA or is it the 37RT? RT has the rear office. This one has the north and south bed. So we're interested to hear what you guys like about these units. And again, make sure you subscribe and we'll see you on the next one.